welcome back to another episode of Momentum Monday. Today we're going to be talking about 5 girl bosses that I absolutely love. And I just wanted to take this video to kind of highlight them, and let me know in the comments who are some entrepreneurs or some people that you look up to that you would love to have a career like. And I would love to learn about more people like this that I can always learn from. I always try to surround myself with successful people and people that I can learn things from. That's what today's video is about. So let's get started. Let's get right into it. The first person I want to talk about is Miss Tyra Banks. Her full name is Tyra Lynn Banks, and she was born on December 4th, 1973, which makes her 43 years old as of today. And she has done so much in her lifetime, in her business, in her career. She started out modeling when she was only 15 years old, which we all know her as the wonderful supermodel that she is. But the reason that I would consider her like a top girl boss is because she did start as a model, but now she's worn so many different girl boss hats and expanded her business and her career into so many different facets and so many different industries that now she's just a mogul. She branched out that passion into America's Next Top Model, where she became the producer and creator of that show. And she created her own production company, which I think is called like Banks Production or Banks Media or something about bank, because she getting that bank, you know what I'm saying. She's become like a larger than life TV personality. She went on to have her own talk show. Now she's hosting America's Got Talent. She's a TV personality, producer, supermodel. She's acted in several things. She's launched so many other people's careers. I think there's been like about 25 seasons of America's Next Top Model. A lot of people stereotypically think of modeling as an easy job, and that models are just skinny and they don't do anything and they have no value to bring to this world. And she just crushes that stereotype, and that is one of the reasons that I really look up to her, and one of the biggest reasons that she is on this list. So Tyra Banks, I love you. Next on the list we have the one, the only, Kris Jenner. So Kris Jenner was born KRISTEN Mary HOUGHTON, or HOUGHTON, I'm not really sure how you pronounce it. She was born on November 5th, 1955, which makes her 62 years old. And she is the queen of making something from nothing. Like, she was probably there at the Last Supper when Jesus was like, I'm gonna make this water into wine, and she was like, can you give me the recipe for that, because I'm gonna need it later. She is incredible when it comes to coming up with business ideas and understanding opportunity. I have another video on my channel called 8 Great Habits. It's a video where I talk about 8 things that every person needs to do in their life and remember and keep top of mind if they want to be successful. And one of them is understanding opportunity, and Kris Jenner is a master at this. When the opportunity comes, she strikes. And she's a person that's really not afraid of failure. I know that the Kardashians have done so many projects that, don't get me wrong, were terrible. But she tried them, and some of them worked and some of them didn't. It's all about getting your feet wet, and it's all about trying new things. She as well is a huge TV personality. They have Keeping Up with the Kardashians. They used to have Kourtney and Kim Take Miami. Khloe has her own reality show called Revenge Body. Rob and China have their own reality show. Kylie got her own reality show, and she's really built this brand around her family. Some people think it's like exploiting them, but I just think it's understanding opportunity. She's like, if people like us, if people are following us anyways, we might as well be the ones to be in control of the narrative. They always are in control of how they present themselves to the public, and I think that's really cool. She also owns her own production company called Jenner Communications. She's an author. She's released an autobiography. She's released a cookbook. She's just a mega momager, and when you think of the term momager, you think of Kris Jenner. What I look up to her for, and what I want to learn from her, and what I respect her for is her ability to understand opportunities and to take a negative and turn it into a positive. So I think that's something we can all learn from her, and whether you love her or you hate her, she's probably got more money than you. Okay, so the next person we have on my list is a YouTuber. Can you guess who? Zoe Sugg is the next person on my list. She was born Zoe Elizabeth Sugg, and she was born on March 28th, 1990, which makes her the youngest person on my list at 27 years old. And I think that's good, because a lot of the times when I think about my career and I think about my personal journey and success and things like that, the biggest thing that I get insecure about or that I focus on is how I feel like I've wasted time, or how I feel like at my age I wish I had accomplished more. But I realize that there's so much time that you have, and when you think that, you know, you can be hard on yourself, but she is the youngest person on my list of 5 girl bosses that I look up to, and she's 27 years old. So there's always more time. Not saying to just waste your time and take it for granted, but there's always more time. And don't feel like you've missed your opportunity, because you can start today and do whatever it is that you see your life going towards. Zoe is amazing because she started out as a YouTuber, started out doing what I'm doing right now, just sitting in her home talking to a camera about things that she liked and things that interested her, and people just related to her as a person because she was very natural and she was very real. And now she's not only a YouTuber but an author. She has 3 novels that she's released, kind of loosely based on her life. I actually haven't read any of them, but from what I know, they're about a girl who starts, you know, online with making content for the internet because she's just bored, and then her life kind of grows from there, and then she becomes known. And those books are extremely successful. They're a New York Times bestseller. I think she sold over 1 million copies of each book, and it's a trilogy. She's an incredible businesswoman. A lot of people on YouTube, they sit down once a week, they make a video, they put it up, and they hope for some AdSense. But people have to remember that YouTube was created as a platform for people to share videos about things that they like. You're not entitled to make money off of YouTube, and she has done an amazing job at using YouTube for what it's supposed to be, which is a platform to reach people and talk to people about what you love and to get people to know who you are. And now over 12 million subscribers know who she is, and she uses that audience to break out into other things. So now she has Zoella Lifestyle. Then of course she started with Zoella Beauty because her YouTube page was kind of a beauty and or is kind of a beauty and fashion video channel. And that company is extremely successful. And Zoella Beauty products you can get in Canada. Still waiting for the Zoella Lifestyle. She's done so much and come so far from just making videos in her bedroom. And if you've ever seen any of her vlogs, you know how gorgeous her home is, and it's not from nothing. She's a multi-millionaire. We all know this. She doesn't like to talk about it. A lot of YouTubers don't like to talk about how much money they make, but if you watch any of her vlogs, you know that she's making a lot of money. And it's because she works hard, and it's because she knows how to diversify into other things. And I would love to have the same trajectory in my YouTube career, and I think that she's a really positive role model. She really sets a good example for her viewers, and I like that. So the next person that we have on the list is Lilly Singh, aka Superwoman. Let me see if I can do it. No, I'm doing it wrong. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Am I doing it? Am I doing it, guys? There we go. Lilly Singh, aka Superwoman, was born on September 26, 1988, making her 29 years old, and she is one of the biggest YouTubers on the platform. She's like a poster child for YouTube, and I think that that is incredible because She's a brown girl from Scarborough, guys. Like, I'm a little black girl, well, a little mixed girl from Scarborough too. And she just, I don't know, I feel like a kindred spirit to her. I think she's an excellent example of Canadians. I think she's an excellent example for people of her culture. I think she's an excellent example for people of color, period, because she really embraces her culture a lot on her channel, but she also doesn't think about the fact that she's a colored person all the time. Like, you don't hear her talking about how the fact that she's Indian holds her back, because you have to choose whether or not that does or not, if that makes sense. Like, if you choose to believe that the color of your skin is holding you back in life, then it will hold you back in life. But if you choose to believe that you are a person of merit and that no matter what you do, you'll be good at it because you want to be the best at it, then you will be. And I think she's an amazing example of that, because she has that mindset of, it doesn't matter that I'm brown, I'm just think that I'm awesome and I'm gonna be awesome every day. And she brings that positivity out in her vlogs. She never complains. She always shows you what she's up to. Like, she shows herself grinding. You never see her like just walking around the mall in her vlogs. Like, she's always working, because she's such a hustler, and I love that work ethic that she has, and it makes me want to work harder. After I watch her vlogs, I'll sit and watch like 2 or 3 of her vlogs, and then I'll feel bad about myself for sitting and watching her vlogs, and I'll want to go do something productive instead. That's the kind of person that she is, and that's the kind of message that she puts out into the world, and I love that. She is also an author. She has an incredible book called How to Be a Boss, which I love. She's a director. Now, I say that because it's a fact. Yes, she's never directed a feature film. Yes, she's never directed anything other than her own videos. But if you watch her videos, they are some high-level production, and she directs them. She writes all of the scripts. She encourages people on set that aren't actors. Like, these people are just like her assistants and her friends and her family, and she gets them in her videos, and she gives them lines, and she gives them direction, and she makes them shine on screen, and she brings out people's positivity. And I think that's an amazing quality that somebody can have. She's a really great actress. Like, if you watch her channel from a few years ago to now, her acting has improved so much, because it all comes down to practice, and I think that's something that anybody has to do in any career. At least one of her videos each week is a skit, and she's always in it. So when you're practicing your craft like that, you obviously will get better. Already, she's had some small acting gigs where she has been in things, and one of those projects was Ice Age. She was only in it for a few seconds. I'm gonna play the clip, but she got to be a unicorn, guys. Come on, Lilly Singh as a unicorn. How amazing is that?
I sure hope this isn't a dream.
Oh, dream weaver, I believe you can get me through the night.
This guy? For real? Whatever.
Ah! Whoa! Whoa! Whoa!
Well, hello, handsome.
She's an incredible, incredible businesswoman. Her Girl Love Foundation, in which she incorporates her business savvy and her philanthropy, and she always wants to set a good example. She always talks about girl love. She always talks about empowering other girls. I love that about her. She's just a positive person and an extremely hardworking person, and the one thing that I do look up to her for is her hustle and her attitude of just like, if you want to do it, because who's gonna tell you that you can't? And last but not least, we have on our list the one, the only, Miss Oprah Winfrey. Oprah was born ORPAH GAIL Winfrey. Most people would just simply pronounce her name wrong as Oprah, so she just stuck with it, and now she's Oprah. She was born January 29th, 1954, making her the oldest person on our list at 63 years old. But that is okay, because she has achieved the most, and she is not done achieving. This woman will keep achieving until the day she dies, and I love that about her. She is a media mogul, okay? This woman has her own production company called HARPO Studios. She has her own TV channel called the OWN Network. She has her own channel on XM satellite radio called the OPRAH station. Did anybody know this? I did not know this. She signed a $55 million contract with XM Radio to have her own radio station. Okay? She started in journalism around my age. She was about 23 years old when she started in journalism, and she did gigs as a news anchor. I think she got her big break after she was on a news anchor show, and then she got offered this opportunity to be this talk show host on daytime TV, which in those days was kind of a low-level job. Like, nobody wanted to be a talk show on a daytime TV slot. You wanted to be a news anchor on primetime, or you wanted to be a serious journalist. And she made daytime talk show television into a commodity by having the most successful daytime talk show ever. She's another person who has launched so many other people's careers, and she's interviewed some of the greatest and most talented people on this planet. And I think that goes back to my very first point of surrounding yourself with successful people and surrounding yourself with people that you can learn from. And I honestly think that that is the reason why Oprah is as successful as she is because she spent her life trying to learn from people that were successful and trying to learn from people that were maybe better than her at a particular thing, and then applying that to her own life. And she has hustled like no other. She came from humble beginnings, and she worked her arsenal off to be where she is. She's got the Midas touch. Everything she touches turns to a success. All of these ladies on this list are killing the game. They're all hashtag girl bosses. So again, comment below who your favorite girl boss is, and thank you guys so much for watching this episode of Momentum Monday. I hope you liked it. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you want to see more videos like this from me, and I will see you all next time. Have a wonderful life.